Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Sagittarius for January 2023. Welcome, Sag. You are in your second house, which is the house of value. We will be in the sign of Capricorn, which is the earth sign, as you know. So a very grounded time, hopefully for all. And the element is earth. And the second house is all about what you value, encompassing everything, including yourself. So the energy around for Sag is Two of Swords. So take off the blindfold, Sag, and make that decision. It's not a massive decision, it's just a decision to move forward with something that you're toing and froing with. One day it's yes, the next day it's no, the next day it's not sure, and then it just cycles around. So we're going to find out why this is, what in particular is it that you've got to make a decision about. Maybe it's just what you want to do next year. Who knows? Let's have a look. Where you are right now, Sag. Yeah, a bit tired, a bit exhausted. It's been a big year. There's been a lot of effort put in, a lot of hard work there, a lot of physical movement, lots of things happening for you. So feeling a bit tired and wondering, oh my God, how am I even going to get through? And then there's next year. So, and this will be this next year. So, or this may occur just around the Christmas time, when we are actually in Capricorn. So yeah, don't worry, you will get through, and you know you get through, and just that last burst of adrenaline will get you over the line. But yeah, you kind of need to have a bit of a relax too, because it has been, for all of us, it's been a very busy year of all sorts of things happening, lots of action happening in the world, lots of action happening in our own worlds as well, especially Sag, because it's fire, and this is a fire card, the Nine of Wands. So what has created or influenced the Nine of Wands to come in? And yeah, a rest is needed, Sag. It's just like, just stand back a bit. You know, you really kind of exhausted yourself with lots of business, lots of action this year. Now it's time to just sit back and watch the rest of everybody do their thing. It's your turn to just kind of sit in your own little bubble. Be interactive by all means, but just, yeah, and just be careful of a bit of burnout and feeling a bit tired and needing a rest, because this is when your body could sort of manifest some kind of stress-related illness. You know, or just stress triggers the illness anyway, as most of us know. So, yeah, just get in the back seat for a while, Sag. You don't have to always be the driver. Okay, you can look out the window the whole way. Let's see what was happening in the time of November, December. So your birthday time, Sagittarius. We had lots of travel, lots of movement, lots of emotional discipline. You know, disciplining yourself, getting there. This is a travel card for sure, but it's also with that travel, and doing travel is, you know, it's a thing you've got to be really disciplined about. You've got to be there, and these days, especially with everything going on at airports, one has to be really sort of super organised to get there on time, and just to learn to suck it up when the, you know, arrivals and departures get changed. It's all this kind of thing which does take a lot of discipline, especially when we're really, you know, looking forward to getting somewhere, and then that dastardly announcement comes that your plane or your train or your whatever boat will be late. But it goes deeper than that. It's a major card, so it's all about learning that discipline over your life in general, Sag. So quite interesting, and it is a travel card, and you are travel being, so really nice. And you know, that is always sort of, you have to have that emotional discipline to do that kind of travelling. Recent influences, and we have the King of Swords, and clarity comes through. Very male energy card, obviously, because it's a male, but very much protection here with all this armor on, you know, but gaining a lot of clarity as well over what's going on, what you want to do. He may be a person that's come into your life, or he may be a good friend. He may be, you know, an intimate partner that sort of gives you that clarity sometimes you need, because you're very much, this is a very intellectual card of the mind, people that use their mind more than others, and Sagittarians are more like actions sort of types. So he's there for clarity. He can talk, you know, he can talk the talk. He's a good talker. So this could be him as well in all the different guises. For all the different Sagittarians, you'll know who he is, because he comes through with this clarity, or with this talk the talk sort of scenario, which can really sort of draw you in. Or you might have just met him somewhere, you know, on your travels, or yeah, and he's sort of someone you think, oh wow, you know, interesting connection. But whatever message he gives you, that clarity. But he is whatever he is to you, and he's usually obviously an air sign, a Gemini, a Aquarius, or a Libra. Okay, let's see the lesson you'll be learning. And we have the Page of Coins. So really sort of the planting a new seed that's going to grow into a big tree, and really sort of having that, okay, this is what I want to do. This is, you know, getting things started this year in earnest in terms of what do you want to achieve. Very much an Earth card as well. For some of you, it may be a child. For the younger ones coming through, an Earth child born in Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But basically, this card is, you know, plant that seed, water that seed, feed that seed, and it will grow, and it'll grow into something of worth for you later. So it's a nice way to start the new year, actually, Sag, just to get some ideas and really make them, put action into them, and so that you can sort of have something to be going on with already as we get into the 2023 time. Beautiful card though, and it can bring you sort of a new job or new path actually, and it does bring you monetary return as well in time, of course. Near future, and we have a bit more exhaustion. So just be, you know, just you've done a lot in this 2022, Sag. So just be careful. Cool your jets a little bit. You know, you may have come to the other side of Christmas, New Year, and think, oh, you know, I just want to stay at home for the rest of January. I'm not interested. I just need to recharge my batteries. You know, it really was a big year, and you know, just remember to refuel that tank of yours, Sag, because you do go quite hard at things like most of the fire signs, but you are probably the one that does it to death. And funnily enough, it's this card for Sagittarian people who really, they take on numerous activities or jobs, and there's always 5 things going at once. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. 8 of Coins, the Master's Apprentice card. So there is something dwelling there. There is a new beginning this year of something with this Page of Coins here, and then there is something that you can really sort of start this year that's going to bear fruit for you, so to speak, with the 8 of Coins. Just doing a really good job too, and knowing that you can sort of, maybe some of you branch out and do something else this year, but you know, like everything, it will take a time to come to fruition, but it's just a matter of, you know, putting the energy in and keeping up with it and making sure you feed and water it, so to speak. So really amazing card. So good, looking really good for Sagittarius. But the main thing is you've got to take the first step and plant the seed, don't you, Sag? Okay, so let us see how others see you. Now, this is always an interesting, because it could be somebody else looking at you. It could be this King of Swords, for example, that's seeing you like this. And it's the Eight of Wands and the another Sagittarian card. No obstacles, just cruising through life, having a good fun, travelling a lot, enjoying oneself, meeting lots of new people, connecting with people. All that is Sagittarius, is this card. So it's almost like this is how people see you, you know, just as this. They don't see all the other layers that are beneath the outer layer, do they? But yeah, just a card of, oh, they never have any drama or any worries. They're always just flitting around, going places, getting things done. So it's a nice card, actually, Sag. And that, I guess, is it brings in your second house and worth, and what's worth it to you. You know, I know Sagittarians, most of them, they love to travel. They love to go to different countries, learn different languages, find out about all sorts of things. So that is, you know, your self-worth. That is something that you are quite happy to spend money on air tickets. No problem about that. So it's a nice way of other people looking at you and seeing you, but they're not seeing the rest of it. What you're feeling positive about? Oh yeah, there's a group of people that are going to telling you, oh, you need to do this and you're not doing that, and we could give you some advice, and fair enough. But then I think, Sag, you've learnt, like, you know, keep your own counsel. The minute we go and ask other people things, we get the Five of Swords, because they'll all go, oh yeah, I don't think you should do that. I think you should, you know, just stay at home and save your money. I think you should. Yeah, so there is this sort of positive feeling you've got of, oh, you know, seeking other people's opinions and then not liking what they offer. But then really, for your own growth and expansion, you should be just not asking people when you know yourself what you know you want and what you need to work for. It all got to come from you. Other people aren't going to do it. So that's a reminder of that other layer perhaps that's underneath it. People are always going, oh, look at her or look at him. Off they go again, this, you know. But that's just, yeah, it's just humanity. So get on with it, Sag, and do things that make you. And you don't need to be asking for other people's opinions, really. Okay, so the outcome. And then we have the Page of Wands. What a beautiful card to finish on. Good news is coming to you. Things really moving forward by the time we move into Aquarius, which will be around the middle of third week of January. And then off you go again. So there's more movement coming in, perhaps some more travel. Good news coming in. Maybe there's something there if you're travelling that, you know, it's going to be a great time. You're going to sort of make some action there, maybe, who knows. But this is a good sign. So once we're sort of through the earth, we get into the air sign of Aquarius. And there we have news that we've been waiting for, or it could just be a new thing starting. So you literally throw down the gauntlet and say, let's go for it. Okay, let's see your message for this New Year 2023, December 22, January 23. And your message is pure speech. Happiness comes when your words are pure, bringing about kindness and benefit to yourself and others. The words you use are like seeds and you have chosen to plant in the garden of your heart and the world. You have the power to destroy yourself and poison the world around you, or more importantly, you have the power to plant beautiful flowers. How apt. With that, Sag, Happy New Year and have a great time. Just remember to have a bit of a rest. Things are going well. Just move forward. Thank you very much for listening.